How do electrical cars work? Is what you may ask yourself. Well, when I start to think about electrical cars, I think about the Jetsons and how they flew around in this little green spaceship that they hardly ever put fuel in. So with me thinking that, I automatically assumed, it was a cartoon from the future. So it had to be some kind of electrical car because, it was 30 years ago when the Jetsons came out. And it seemed like we're living in the time now when the Jetsons came out. So 30 years ago, I never imagined that cars will be running off just batteries without a motor, or hydro systems, or we would have hybrids out. 30 years ago, I never imagined we'd be able to travel anywhere without having to buy diesel or gas. Diesel was one of the top selling fuel efficient things at the time. Well, now we have electrical cars. Electrical cars mainly run off electricity, which is generated by a battery or some type of fuel cell of that sort. Electrical cars use electrical motors, which is powered by those batteries and those fuel cells. Then, like I said, you have what is called hybrid cars, which is not really considered an electrical vehicle because they don't plug in. The hybrid car has a conventional motor in it, which produces power to help charge back up that battery. So in other words, when the battery gets weak, the conventional motor kicks in to generate enough power to help power that battery back up until there's enough power in that battery so it can operate just off the battery alone. So with a hybrid, you still have to purchase fuel or diesel or something of that sort. Another thing, you may ask yourself, why? Why would I want a total electrical vehicle? Well, let me help you out. With a total electrical vehicle, one of the most popular electrical vehicles on the market right now is the Tesla. What is the Tesla? What is that? Well, Tesla is one of the high performance electrical cars out. The Tesla has 518 horsepower with an MPGE of 102 miles in the city. 518 horsepower is a lot. That's normally what most guys build a hot rod to have, 500 plus horsepower. So you figure off market, you're buying a car that is total electric that has 500 horsepower. Oh man, that is something awesome. Really something awesome. Compare the Tesla to the Toyota Camry, which is one of the top selling vehicles out that's fuel efficient. So, Toyota Camry has 301 horsepower. Oh wow, that's not a lot, fairly. But gas-wise, you get 29 miles per gallon in the city and 41 miles per gallon on the highway. Oh, that sounds like a lot, but not compared to the Tesla. It's not a lot. So, just something to think about. Another important or good thing about the electrical cars. You ever riding out and about, go to the restaurants off of the highway at the mall, and you pull up and you see this whole little section. It's just reserved for electrical cars. And they have some of the nicest parks pretty close to the building. Those are called charging docks. So you pull in there and you plug your car in, and you're allowed to charge your car up while you go in, have dinner, go shopping, walk through the mall, whatever you're doing. So that's a real good thing to have something like that while you're out and about. Some of the bad things about electrical cars, like the batteries. The batteries are sort of costly. Um, they're in the upper range. They start around maybe $1,000 per battery. So that's just one of the bad things. But you got to realize that battery is the heart of the car. So it's like buying a battery for an electric car is like purchasing a new motor for a conventional car. So that's one thing you have to weigh your options. But maintenance wise, the electrical car is low maintenance because you got to realize you don't have spark plugs to change. Oil, it's just the stuff you constantly have to do in a conventional car. You don't have that anymore in those electrical cars. An electrical car is a whole lot better on the environment. So that's something to think about. If you look at my screen, you'll see 3 different types of vehicles we have. If you look right here, that is a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, the battery electric, and the hydrogen fuel cell electric car. This is the new Mercedes that they make, which is one of the new electrical cars that's coming out. And it's real cost